Oh my god. Is my audio okay? We're gonna check that first. Because I'm getting... Yeah, I know my live dashboard. I gotta check my shit though, brother. Let's have a look. Okay, test, 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 test. I sound good, I sound good. Can you hear? You can hear my click clacking, you can seal my shit. Oh my god. This is amazing. Everything still works. Okay. Hi. Let's turn my music down a little bit. Just a little bit. Can I cannot even, I currently can't see whether or not you can even hear the music. Probably should have paid attention to that. Hold on. Let me... Desktop audio device, my headphones. Oh, look at that. Wow. Maybe you couldn't hear the music from before, but now you can. Can you hear that? That's from the Stanley parable in the background. Alright. I think we're ready. You ready? I can't see Chatterino. I can! Amazing! This is so... Now, do my hotkeys still work? Oh my god, can you look at that? Pro streamer. Pro streamer. That's just... Did this for about 1.5 years, then I took about a half a year off because I was very sick. Okay, it is 2 p.m. It is currently 2:18 p.m. Alright, is it about to turn 2:19? Should I wait? No, you're fine. Confirm. Alright, thank you. I didn't do the intro. I've seen this game played. But I haven't really... I haven't played it myself, nor paid too much attention, and I haven't seen all of the endings and all of that type of shit, so... Just gonna...
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
We'll do that. Should I turn off my music? Maybe. Boom. We'll FOV up a little bit. Whack. Okay. I think we're ready to start. We'll just go straight into it. I'm actually going to, yeah. Let's turn off the music. Well, fully go in to the Stanley parable. Just checking all of my audio levels so that you can hear everything. Boom. The end is never the end, is never the end, is never the end. I should probably make it TikTok.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Oh, yeah?
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one
Hell
day,
yeah.
something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Before he does that, whoa, the sensitivity is so high. Oh, there's a lot of things. Wow, okay. Subtitles? I think the subtitles are the right size, in all fairness. Can I change the mouse sensitivity? Oh, camera sensitivity. Let's go with like 1. I also have remembered, I don't know. Oh, okay, that's what that button does. Okay, my mute button still works. Wow. I was gonna mute while... Oh, hey, Coffee. I see you in chat. Hi. Thanks. Oh, that's much better. Now it's too low, though. Oh my god. 2. Okay, we thrive, right? He left his office.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Yeah, I'm looking pretty hard right now. There's so many numbers. Been here since the start, don't mind me. I am minding you. I always mind you. In a positive way, I mean that.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I have a tattoo on my left hand to remind me which is the left. Because I'm dyslexic and I cannot tell my left from right at all. Okay, the meeting room.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Oh no, this is accurate. This is accurate. I don't take it out passive aggressively on other co-workers. You just kind of chat shit. We have our new product. Wow. Stripes requires more secondary research. Target demographic. Teenagers. I think they won that target demographic. Ugh, the words are not doing well. Number of slides. Okay. Wait, I wasn't paying attention to what he told me to do, so I'm assuming I'm continuing onwards.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I'm walking upstairs. Very lavish. Ooh. I've got the feeling money's for stealing, but not yours, of course. Say that's a lovely purse. Wonderful. Oh, just shut that door. A little... Okay, that doesn't open. Okay, wonderful.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him, and so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
2845. 2845. Oh, 5.
Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Changing the stream title to something less depressed. My package is arriving today. Oh my god. Should we dye our hair live on stream? No. That wouldn't be very interesting as I don't have a camera. Here you go. Narrator vs Autism. Go. Yippee! 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 I need to have a yippee. Are you making this noise? Bright light. No, I'm just gonna get distracted and I'm gonna forget to listen to him because I have auditory issues. Corner. This is. I'm gonna accidentally, like, not follow what he's telling me to do. This is, Ultra Deluxe, and I did select that I hadn't played the Stanley Parable before. So I am gonna have to, I assume, do all of the base game stuff
deeper
first.
Into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar.
I
It
do
was
feel
a stirring
peculiar.
of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job.
I think that's
Why did
anxiety.
he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not
Capitalism
go
is
unanswered
rough
for
like
long.
that. Oh, that's dangerous.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
You'll be back up in case I forget. Escape or the mind control facility? I think we're gonna go to the mind control facility. I'm gonna listen to him the best I can. Button. Boop.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens.
I feel like this would be
What
fun in
horrible
VR.
secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself.
Ooh.
Did he have the strength to find out?
Can I jump? No, I can't jump. We got some very repetitive. That's a. Oh, that's interesting. You can press the right mouse button and it walks you forward. Wait, what did he say? I got. I'm going in the corner. I got distracted by the clipboard and the fact that I can walk with my mouse, and I forgot what he said. Oh, there's a button. There's a button.
Now the monitors jumped to life. Their true nature revealed.
Where am I? Where am I?
Each bore the number of an
427. That's
employee
me.
in the building. Stanley's co-workers.
Yeah.
The lives of so
that's
many
me.
individuals reduced to images on a
That's
screen.
my room.
And Stanley,
Right there in
one
the
of
middle.
them, eternally
Look at
monitored
it.
in this place where freedom
Woohoo.
meant nothing.
Oh, sorry. He's saying important things, I think. This is gonna go so poorly. Button. Ooh.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true.
Spin. That's
Had
really
Stanley
trippy.
really been under someone's control all this time?
No.
Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
I think that's just working any 9-to-5 office job. I think that's just how that works, is you just feel utterly miserable.
He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life
Where
in
am I
someone
going?
else's control? Never.
How long did it take to
was
make this
unthinkable.
building?
Wasn't it?
Oh.
Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Yeah, probably. That's how working a corporate job
But here is the
goes.
proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with
Button.
emotions. happy or sad or content.
Are they?
Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place.
Oh,
And
there's
as the
a
cold reality of his past began to sink in,
button.
Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power
so simple.
over another human life.
Yeah.
For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Would I? I'm assuming... Oh wait, am I pressing on or off? Chair. That's a really thin chair. My ass is not fitting on that.
Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control? Oh, Stanley, well, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are said to explode, eliminating
Legalize
the entire
nuclear
complex.
bombs. I love
How long until detonation, then?
I love nukes. I love radiation.
Say,
I love radiation. I live in a
2 minutes.
radioactive county. I love
now
radiation.
This is making things a little more
Oh.
fun, isn't it, Stanley?
I don't
It's
like
your
pressure.
time to
I
shine.
actually,
You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to
I'm
your
gonna-
heart's desires. Oh, this is much
Can I
better
press
than what
the
I
off
had
button,
in mind.
actually?
What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the
Nope.
bomb goes off. But what precious moments
I
each
love
one of them
nuclear bombs.
is.
I want to eat it.
More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going, what all this means.
Yeah.
I barely know where to start.
Press the buttons.
What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are?
4?
A moment
I
of
saw a
solace
5
before you're
button.
obliterated.
Where's 4?
All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you
2,
exactly what
1,
happened to them.
2.
I erased them. I turned off the machine.
That's
I set you free.
5.
Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story.
Where's 4?
Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone.
I can't
Other
even
times,
find a
I
button
let the
number
office sink
4.
into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let
Where's
it
the
burn to a
button? I'm not
crisp.
even listening
I
to
have to
him.
say
I'm
this,
trying to
though,
find the
this
button.
version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the
And-
control wrested away
Oh, is
from
that
you.
4?
It's quite
No, that's
rich.
3.
I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure
Where's the
whatever I
where's
come up
button
with on
number
the next
4?
go around will be
I
even
can't
better.
find the button.
My goodness, only 34 seconds left.
Oh.
But I'm enjoying this
Oh,
so
is that the
much.
4th button?
You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock. Why
Thank you,
not?
big man.
These are precious additional seconds, Stanley.
Yeah.
Time
Oh,
doesn't
there's
grow
another
on
thing there.
trees.
Right, 4. Boop.
Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now?
No, I know exactly.
Or did
Oh,
you
wait.
just assume
It didn't
you saw
work.
that timer, that something in this room was capable of
It
turning
still
it
says
off?
4.
I mean, look at you, running from button to button, screen to screen.
Now it says
clicking
1 in
on every
red.
little thing in this room. These numbered buttons.
Red?
No, these colored
Okay,
ones.
I'll go
or
press
maybe
the
this
1.
big red button. Or this door.
This is
Everything,
much less
anything,
dramatic
something
than
here will
TikTok
save me.
says. What's
Why would you
this?
think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is?
Don't laugh at me,
Stanley,
bitch.
You're in for quite a
I'm.
disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you.
Don't talk to me
That
like
timer
that.
isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away
But
to your
I'm
death.
so
You're only
confused.
still
Is there a way
playing
to beat
instead
this?
of watching a cutscene because
Sorry.
I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble.
Yeah.
This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You
Backup
wanted to
power to
control this
activate?
world,
Is that what this
that's
button is?
fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't. Take a look at the clock, Stanley.
Would I be
That's 30
Would he be
seconds you
insulted
have
if I
left to
said daddy?
struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing.
I mean, I'm
No
pretty sure the
enemy,
voice actor
just you
is,
being blown
like,
to pieces.
older than my
Will you cling
actual
desperately
father.
to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count.
I think
Or
I'm gonna
don't. It's all the same
curl
to
up
me,
into a
all
corner,
part of the joke.
actually.
And believe me, I will be laughing at every second
This is
of your
nauseating.
inevitable life from the moment we fade in
I'm gonna go
until
sleep.
the moment I say happily ever after.
I hope I consumed as much radiation as I could in that moment. That's what I wanted to have happened, and that's what did happen. Oh, I want to throw that clock. Nom nom, exactly. I want to eat. That's not the noise that a cup makes when you interact with it. Why is it making keyboard noises when I click? You can't jump. I'm not trying to jump. I'm literally clicking my left mouse button and it's making keyboard noises.
All of this co-work. Oh, please.
What?
Are you really just doing this for the achievement? Click a door 5 times. Is that all that you think an achievement is worth? No.
I didn't
You
know. I
can't
was
just give these merits away for such little effort. A measly 5 clicks.
Okay.
Now suppose you were to click the door 20 times. I would say that's the kind of effort.
I'm doing it now.
warrants
I
recognition.
don't know what I've started, but I'm going ham.
I have to say, I'm still not feeling the satisfaction of witnessing true effort for a noble cause. Perhaps 50 clicks will do it.
Okay.
Yes, almost certainly 50 clicks.
Butterfly click. My Minecraft combat experience has trained me for this day.
No, I'm still not feeling it. I want this achievement to have meant something.
Okay.
It has to be a true
Okay,
reward for
yeah.
valiant effort. I want to see some hustle, Stanley.
I can
wanna
hustle,
see
I can hustle this
commitment,
ass.
A
Come
willingness
on.
to go all the way, no matter what the cost. Why don't you go put 20 clicks into door number 417?
Where's 417? Oh wait, it's counting down, so it's gonna be over here. Found it, I found it.
Oh, great. Now, go click a few times on door 437.
Is that back? I'm assuming, because I'm from... I'm from 427. This is 436. Oh, 437.
Excellent. I think we're getting
Okay.
somewhere. Now, door 415. Let's give it 10 clicks
Okay.
or so.
Okay. 415. I can find that. That's over here, right? Yeah.
Now, back to door number 437.
Okay. I'm back to door number 437. Yeah, 437. Let's go. I wish I could sprint. 437.
Let's see. How about you click on, well, I don't know, the copy machine?
Fax
All right,
machine.
Back to room 417. I'm really feeling it now. I think we're getting somewhere.
I have gotten myself into something.
Okay, now go climb on employee 419's desk.
419. How do I... Oh!
Yes! This is
Yeah.
great! You're putting it all on the line, Stanley. I like that. All right, let's keep it up. Go give me a few clicks on door 416.
I'm very disoriented. Is that over here? Yeah. Okay.
We've almost got
Yeah.
it! Now the copy
Copy
machine.
Copy
Do
machine.
that
Copy
one
machine. That's in
again.
the first room. Okay, let's go back. Come on. I feel like this needs some really dramatic music, but it
Finish
doesn't.
it off, Stanley. 5 clicks on door 430.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yes, we did it.
Get your
Oh,
first
wow.
achievement.
That felt
Click on
amazing.
door 430
Oh, you
430
really earned
5
it, Stanley.
times.
Nothing could hold you back. Yes, I'm very proud of how far we've come today. Just think, only a few minutes ago, you believed an achievement was worth 5
I
little
really didn't.
clicks.
I didn't know it was an
Really
achievement.
now.
I was
What
just clicking
were
on
you
doors.
thinking?
What? Wait, I wasn't paying attention to that last thing you said. What was I thinking? Am I supposed to just play the game now? Is that it? Okay. I think I'm gonna stop clicking on everything around me now. See, this looks like something bad happened, and he admitted that he erased everything, but it looks like something bad happened.
When Stanley came
Oh,
to a set of
I'm
2
back
open
here.
doors, he entered the door on his left.
I want to go down the stairs. I was wondering if I could go down the stairs, and I think I can. So we're gonna go down the stairs.
Yet there was not a single person here either.
Yeah, I
a
don't
wave
care.
of
Broom
disbelief,
closet?
Stanley decided to go up to his... Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
No.
There was nothing here. No choice to make.
I
No
know there
path
is
to
a...
follow,
There's a
just
broom
an
closet
empty
ending,
broom
right?
closet. No
Or
reason to
when
still
not an
be here.
ending. It's not an ending. Bucket. Bucket, bucket. What happens if I just...
It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet.
Yeah.
He wasn't even doing anything.
I
At
mean,
least
if
there
the light was
something to
turned off, it
interact
would be
with,
much better.
he'd be
Where's the light
justified
switch?
in some way. As it is, he's
I actually
literally
haven't
just
seen a
standing there
light switch
doing
left.
sweet FA.
Yeah, I am doing fuck all. Where are the light switches in this office building? I haven't seen a light switch yet.
Are you really still in the broom closet?
There's not even a
Standing around
pull.
doing nothing? Why? Please offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused.
I'm looking for a light switch at this point.
You do realize there's no choice or anything in here, right? If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to
Yeah, well,
find out.
now I'm
It didn't even occur to me,
invested.
because literally, this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever.
Well, that's why I love it. I like
I
unloved
never would have thought
things.
to mention it.
It sounds mildly
Maybe to you
inappropriate.
this is somehow its own branching path. Maybe when you go talk about this with your friends, you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favourite."
Captions.
I hope your friends find this concerning.
Yeah, hey, Coffee, do you find this concerning that I'm in the broom closet on my own?
Stanley was fat and ugly and really, really stupid. He probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is.
I'm offended.
That or with drug money.
Yeah.
Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
I am. Yeah, my friends don't find it weird, stupid narrator.
Well, I've come to a very definite conclusion about what's going on right now. You're dead.
I am.
You got to this broom closet, explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system.
Oh, actually, I need to piss so bad right
Well,
now.
in a situation like this, the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose.
I really need to
Hello?
piss.
Anyone who happens to be nearby?
I have headphones
The
on.
person at this
Who is
computer
playing this
is
video
dead.
game without
They have
headphones
fallen
on?
prey to any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative
Skill
of
issue.
the long-term sustainability of your species. Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming, so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them. All right, when you've done that, just step out into the hallway.
Okay. Are you done? Can I go piss? Real quick. Okay. I'm gonna go piss, chat. Don't let the narrator insult me or you. Don't let it happen. Ah! Don't let it happen. Oh my god, there is a bot in my chat. I disappear for like long enough to piss. Listening ABBA. What do you mean /ban is an unrecognized command? What? Okay, well, I can't ban them right now. I don't know if Coffee has modded, they don't. Well... Oh, Splooky's shown up at one point. Damn. I took too long to piss.
Ah, second player. It's good to have you on board. I guarantee you can't do any worse than the person who came before you. Coming to a staircase,
No.
Stanley walked upstairs to his
I'm
boss's
going
office.
downstairs. Hiding. Holy shit, bot stream? Real? Hi! We're playing the Stanley Parable.
But Stanley
I accidentally
just
got
couldn't
an
do it. He
achievement
considered the
earlier.
possibility of facing
And
his
it was
boss,
so
admitting
baffling.
he had left his post during work hours.
Yes.
He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk?
I don't
All
know.
because he believed everyone had vanished.
I feel like
His
that's a
boss would think he was
plausible
crazy.
belief.
And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all. None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went?
I'm assuming that was you,
And
bro.
for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar.
Yeah, no, I
Were they
picked
simply
that up.
repeating?
Yes.
No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the word
I'm asleep.
for it. I'm dreaming!
Yeah.
He yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid.
Yeah.
So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
But now I can't
Then
fit
he
through the...
imagined himself
Oh, I can't fit...
soaring through space on a magical star field, and it too appeared. It was so much fun,
Yippee.
and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's
I feel like I've
While
just
he was amazed he hadn't
consumed...
asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that
Oh,
I'm
I already
doing
know
and
the answer to
thinking?
that. I got diagnosed
Now
with
the voice was
DOD a while
describing
ago.
itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd, and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley
This is really
as
fun.
awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the
Oh,
voice speak
that's
these
fun.
words was quite a shock to Stanley.
Okay.
After all,
It's not
he knew for
really.
certain
I'm
beyond a
kind of a
doubt
chill
that
guy,
this
to be
was, in
honest.
fact, a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that?
The voice is
this
God.
voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one.
I feel uncomfortable.
Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over.
I'm uncomfortable.
Let me go back
I don't
to
want
my
to go.
job.
I don't want to wake
Let
up.
me continue
I don't want to
pushing
wake
the
up.
buttons.
Guys.
Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment and my wife and my job.
I'm gay.
All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal.
This is the
Everything will
mantra
be
he repeats
fine.
every morning. I relate.
I am okay.
Yeah, I was expecting that to happen.
Stanley began screaming.
Ah!
Please, someone wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I
Ooh,
must be. Can
there's
anyone
like a
hear my
haze.
voice? Who am I? Who am I?
We're a bit red.
And everything went black.
Oh. I feel like having a boss
This is
and
the
having
story of a woman named Mariella.
Mariella.
Mariella woke up on a day
I
like
love
any
women.
other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk.
Oh.
And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind.
Can't
I
relate.
know what is real and what isn't.
Definitely can't relate.
It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Wonderful. Okay. Can I just press my buttons? Okay, I guess we continue onwards.
All of his co-workers were gone. What
I guess
could it
what
mean?
happens when we go through
Stanley
the
decided to
escape?
go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed
Yeah,
a memo.
I'm ignoring you right now because if I'm not reading the captions, I'm not hearing your voice because I'm talking
When Stanley
and also
came to a
doing
set
things.
of 2 open doors,
And it's
he
just
entered
like,
the door on his
I'm just
left.
gonna forget that he's talking at points. I already explained that, but you know.
Yet there was not a single
My
person
headphones
here
are
either.
currently
Feeling a
absolutely
wave of disbelief,
murdering me.
Stanley decided to
You
go
wanna know
up to
why?
his boss's office. Coming to a staircase,
Yeah,
Stanley walked
yeah.
upstairs to his boss's office.
Yeah, I'm walking. It was what, 2... I forgot the
Stepping
code.
into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life.
Oh,
What could
I
it
fucked
mean?
it up.
Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. He began wildly tearing through papers on. Stanley was in such a rush to
right.
get through the story as quickly as possible.
Yeah.
He didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk.
I got a new piercing.
That kind of anxiety isn't healthy.
and
so he
it's in my
relaxed
ear
for a few
hole.
moments
So
with
the
some calming
conch.
new age music.
Oh. Yeah. Alright. Hell yeah. I'm jamming. I'm going hard. Yeah.
Feeling soothed
Oh.
and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Well, I kind of wanted to enjoy that calming new age music for a little bit, actually. I was kind of enjoying that calming new age music. Goodbye. The end is never the end. Anyway, my headphones just hurt my head right now. Ooh, okay. They hurting a little bit right now.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large
No.
door that read Mind Control Facility.
Fuck you.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
I love violent death. Is violent death different to the nuclear death
the
I
door behind him was not
experienced?
shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around
'Cause,
and
like,
get back on track.
I would take like
At this
a
point,
violent
Stanley was
stabbing.
making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward
Yeah.
and willingly confront his death.
Yeah. Ooh. Ooh. No, that's exciting. That's an inviting hole. Okay. Oh no, we're continuing. We're continuing. Oh. Mamacita, what are we doing?
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise,
I'm gonna
he
get
reflected that his life had been
smooshed.
of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is.
Well, that's what every
Perhaps
world
his death
is.
was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man.
Yeah.
And so he resigned.
I'd
and
happily
willingly
have my
accepted this
life be the
violent end
equivalent of
to his
plucking the
brief and
eyeballs from
shallow
a blind
life.
man.
Farewell, Stanley.
Good night. Mwah. Oh.
"Farewell, Stanley," cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into
Mommy?
the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
Why is the narrator a woman now? Okay. The Stanley Parable.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game,
Ooh.
back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
What is this?
When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see
Yeah.
now? Do you see that
very aware
Stanley
of
was
that.
already dead from the moment he hit start?
Yeah. That used to be my life philosophy. Oh, hey, look. It's the office. That's cool. It's Stanley's office. What does that say? Blueprint shows the office from the beginning of the game. The path from Stanley's office to the two doors was the first part of the game that was built. Sections have been added and altered throughout development through the core layout, though the core layout remains almost identical to the first iteration. Pacing of the corridor section is important to get right. This corridor has been moved and altered to make sure the player reaches the two doors in good time. Office computers. Whoa. Oh! I can turn them on and off. Filing cabinets. Oh, there's some art back here. Just says nature paintings. Wonderful. There's buttons. Holy shit, there's buttons. Button sounds. A selection of sounds used throughout the game when buttons are pressed. Each sound is a mix of keyboard stroke and synthesized tone. Ooh. I like this one though. Ooh, that's like a beat. The credits. Thanks guys. You guys did great. Oh. What side do I go? This way? The office? Maintenance room. Am I gonna see spoilers? Because I haven't done everything yet. Warzone. Early in development, we designed an ending where Stanley would end up on a battlefield fighting aliens. The action game would become sentient and would wage war against the narrator. We realized shortly after building it that it was far too jokey and on the nose for the tone of the game. Plus, some people interpret it as making fun of people who like shooters, which was not our intention. Understandable. Have a good day. December 18th, we announced the Ultra Deluxe version of the Stanley Parable at the Game Awards. These are screenshots of the videos we made for, as announcements of the game's delay. Fun. Oh. These just emails? After the second trailer we sent out, we asked people to email the narrator for questions. While we had initially planned to use these for further promotional materials, we never found the perfect use. Here are some of those emails. Wow, congratulations, congratulations, congratulations. Yippee. Greetings, omnipotent voice. Oh, wow. Wonderful. More office things. The early version of the lounge. I haven't actually been to the lounge yet. The previous version of the choice leading to the apartment ending. Haven't done that yet. Oh. Wow. Oh. A timer would give you 15 seconds to pick up the phone. Not picking up the phone would lead to a different ending. Cargo list was always intended to offer the choice of staying on or jumping to a different path. However, after this early version, we decided we also wanted the option of the player falling to their death. Wonderful. Second version is functionally the same as what's in the final game. We want it to look more like a place where cargo is actually stored. That's cool. The flow of hallways following the first two doors was important to get right. Since players will replay them so many times, we discussed a number of designs, but ultimately it was the simplest version that won out. Huh. I can't remember which is the correct one. I'm so lost right now, even if I wanted to leave. The escape menu. For a long time we had an ending that only ended when the player restarted from the escape room. Unfortunately, very few players realized that this was what they were supposed to do, which was frustrating for everyone. Understandable, have a nice day. The Zending model. I haven't got the Zending yet. I feel like I should come back here once I have completed the game. How am I getting back to... Was this where... Yeah, okay, I know where I am. This way? A clock? The boss's office?
Stanley jumped in the river.
Hello. Well, Kevin Brighting, the voice of the narrator, recorded dialogue for the entire game roughly 3 separate times over the 2 years of development. These are clips from early takes that were not used in the final game.
Stood on the snow.
Snow? There was going to be snow?
Stanley walked over the bridge. Now then, this elevator for sure would get him right back on track to where he was supposed to be in the story.
I miss the narrator. I feel weird missing the narrator, but I do. I miss him. It's so quiet. I could put some music on, but I feel like that would ruin the vibe. How do I... Ah.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How
I
they
don't
both
wish to
wish
do
be
shit.
Free. Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another?
No.
Perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop.
Do I die or do I restart? That's like... I like this noise. That's such a good noise. What do I choose?
Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let...
I chose my choice. Trauma. The end is never the end is never the end.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
I don't know.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley
Beep.
looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Beep. Oh. Boop. Oh wait. I'm supposed to be playing the video game. Video game time. I suppose.
When
Let's
Stanley
go this
came
way.
to a set of 2 open doors,
Fuck
this
you.
was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
Did I?
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Okay, yeah. Ooh.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring.
It
had really
is.
been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room.
Ooh,
Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
I'm in the couch. I got on the couch. Couch time. Couch enjoyers. Couching around.
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even
Narrator,
though all your co-workers
where
have
are the
mysteriously
light
vanished,
switches?
here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings.
I will enjoy them as much as I can until you can tell me. Where are the light switches, narrator? Where are
At
they?
this point, but at last he'd had enough of the amazing
Yes,
room
yes,
and took the
yes.
first open door on his left to get back to
Oh.
business. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
I'll accept that. I did not say Alexa. Boop.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really.
I want that.
I realize, but in his eagerness to prove
I
that he is
died.
in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death.
That wasn't in the
Good
intention.
job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Thanks. I thought if I jumped on the van I wouldn't die. But I was oh. I cannot. I want to pick up the phone. I guess I can't. I don't know how to pick it up, so I guess I'm not picking it up. Beep. Where's the... I'm looking for the input thingy. Beep. 'Cause I don't know where that is, but I want to keep... Oh, I want to get it. I swear. I'm not... I'm a little bit of a that phone's ringing. Is it not here? That's annoying. Bothering even. So there's no input thingy? Okay. I'm not gonna die this time. I think I've improved
When
emotionally.
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting
I know,
room,
I know.
and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
You're fine.
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee
You'll
lounge
survive.
first, just to admire it.
Yeah.
Wow,
bitch.
Yes, this room.
Fuck
But
you.
eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first
I'm not
open
doing
door
it.
on his left.
I'm going this way.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Penalty for jumping off the cargo lift. It was 5,000. That's like the equivalent of making suicide illegal in
Look,
the
Stanley,
in the
I
UK.
think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not.
Which
I realize
they
that
have a
investing
valid
your
reason as to
trust
why
in
that's
someone else
done.
can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. What? Really?
Ha!
I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others?
Uh,
Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen
No, I'm
to
just
you?
autistic.
Why, I don't know how to
I
convince
struggle
you of
with
this,
the
but I
whole.
really do want to help you, to show
Okay.
you something beautiful.
I'm sorry.
Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side.
Okay.
Give me a
I didn't think you
chance.
weren't. I was just kind of exploring your game. I thought you would want me to do that.
Now listen carefully, this is important.
Yes.
Stanley walked through the red door.
I'm going through the red door. I promise.
Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me.
Yeah.
Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all
I'm
this
not happy
time?
yet.
The
You
problem
haven't
is all these
shown
choices.
me.
The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here.
Oh.
Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley?
You've
wanted to
put
stop.
me in a loop.
We would both be so much happier if we just stopped.
Okay.
And I think I have a solution. Here, let
Yeah.
me show you.
Oh. Okay, am I going through that door? Or this door? Or are they both the same door? I don't wanna... Okay.
What do we want? What are we looking for?
I don't know. You're the one showing me something. Scarf.
Here. Yes. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? If we just stay right here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think I feel happy.
This feels like those
I
baby
actually
sensory
feel
videos.
happy.
Oh, he's happy. I'm happy too. I like the colors. Can they be different colors, please? Yeah. Whoa! This is one of those baby sensory videos. Hell yeah. Whoa. I feel like a hot dog. Oh, they're all gathering up there. They're turning into God. That's okay. Oh. We got green. I like the color green. Does this just continue with different colors? My eyes are really struggling to focus on this. I think I'm just gonna... I really like the fact that you heard that I had autism and put me in a sensory room. I appreciate that, Mr. Narrator. But, it's also very overwhelming because I can't focus my eyes onto any one thing. I'm just gonna... I'm sorry, I know you're happy in here. I enjoyed it too. I'm sorry.
No, wait. Where are you going?
Okay. I'm a bit of a people pleaser. It's fine. I'm sorry.
Oh no. Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this.
Are we doing Cypher IRL core right now? Where did you go for like
Please, no,
8
Stanley,
months?
let me stay here. Don't take this
About
from
to tell
me.
you.
Please,
Whoop.
Stanley. No! Oh, thank God.
Yeah, that's
You
about
lived.
accurate to Cypher
I
IRL
had
too.
me worried there for a moment. Now, can we please get back to the other room?
Okay. No, I think
No.
we gotta...
No, what are you doing, Stanley? Please, I'm asking you not to take this away from
No,
me.
you'll make me
I can't go back to
cry.
what I was before. If you die, we'll both go back. Why are you doing this?
What were you before? How are you different from before?
Stanley, let's go back to the other room. Can you do that for me?
Damn.
My God, is this really how much you dislike my game?
Don't talk
That
to me
you'll throw
like that.
yourself
I'll
from this
cry.
platform over and over to be rid of it?
I'm not
You're
reading
literally
it.
willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy. Am I reading the situation correctly?
I don't... like... The intention, my friend, is not to shit on your game. It is to further the game, my guy. So we gotta... I'm sorry.
Or maybe you're just getting a kick out
Oh.
of it. I don't know anymore. I just
I'm
wanted
slow.
us to get along. But I guess that was too much to ask.
We are
It
getting
looks like
along.
you
I'm
wanted to make a
playing your
choice after
game.
all.
I'm playing your game.
this
I
one is
swear.
yours.
I swear. Please. Stop making me feel bad. I'm playing your game. If you didn't want me to do this, you could have literally gotten rid of it. You're like God. You've proven that multiple times. So you want me to do this. You literally... Guess I can't keep going while you want me to do this. You want me to die.
Is it over? It's going to restart, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm going back.
I'm sorry. If I could have walked back to my office, I would. I'm sorry. That's so sad. Oh. Okay.
Already this was uncomfortable, and Stanley decided that as soon as he found a new space he felt safe in, that he would never leave it again in his life.
Well, but you just shut the door to my office. Where am I going to feel comfortable, my guy? Where am I going?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and
But you
Stanley
told
knew
me
it
to go
perfectly
find
well.
somewhere
Perhaps he
comfortable
wanted
to
stop
curl
by
up
the
into a
employee
ball
lounge
and
first,
cry.
just to admire it.
This looks pretty
The lounge
comfy.
was sublime, a work of art. What was it about this room that called so deeply and so personally to Stanley? Its grace, its subtle charm.
It's got a couch.
No. Stanley knew it was something deeper, something
What?
darker.
This is different. What is it? It is just because it's got a couch and I can lie down on a couch.
Really
Okay.
worth it being here in the room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
No, I want to follow the actual cargo lift this time, actually.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
In all fairness, he doesn't really have to follow directions. He
Look,
just
Stanley,
presses
I think
buttons.
perhaps we've gotten off on
He just
the
doesn't
wrong
need to be
foot here.
dyslexic, and I'm
not sure
dyslexic, so I
you
don't
really
even know what
are.
you're expecting of
I
me.
realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's
I
someone you've
feel
been
like you're
neglecting,
lying.
Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
I'm gay. Who's her?
This is it,
Mariella?
Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself, to put your work aside, to let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
A wife? Do I have a wife?
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this, to reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
Don't talk like that in my ear.
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven.
Fresh bread?
Right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Gotcha. Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife?
No.
They want to commit their life to you. I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley.
You.
I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside.
Hold
Let
on.
me show you what's really going on here.
Dude, haven't you dedicated your entire life to me? I feel like this is pretty dedicated-y. Hi, ma'am.
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
Good morning, employee 47. Press Y on your keyboard.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence.
Yeah. Please press C.
Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do.
I have a
Now
praise
he's
thing.
pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch.
Yeah.
Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work.
That's how work
One might even
works.
feel
That's
sorry
how it
for him,
works to have
except that he's
an
chosen
office
this
life. You.
But in his mind, in his mind, he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown.
Isn't that what you're doing?
Fantastic discoveries of new lands.
Are you not?
It was wonderful. And each
Am I
day
a
that he
figment of
returned
his
to work
imagination?
was a reminder
And he's
that
just
none of
making
it
this
would
up
ever
because
happen
his
to him.
job's boring. Oh, I get to watch TV?
And so he began to fantasize about
Oh.
his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly.
Please press M to spend time with the boys.
So he went further. He imagined that he came to two open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold.
Please press F to prepare dinner.
As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable.
Please press M to tell your kids a story.
It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time.
I feel insulted. Press U to tell your wife you love her.
But there is no answer. How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets, the more he forgets which life is the real one.
That's the effects of maladaptive daydreaming. Please press T to go to sleep.
And I'm trying to tell him this, that in this world he can never be anything but an observer, that as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
Okay. The only thing is you made this game, and in order for me to progress, I have to press the button. But you made the game, and you made it so that I have to press the button. So I feel like you're the problem.
You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself? I suppose I can't, not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried.
I died, apparently. He asked me to die. So I did. LOL.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
I feel like we've
Stanley
explained
decided
this
to
in
go to
2
the
different
meeting
ways
room.
now.
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
They've rearranged this hallway. This used to be 416 and then 415 was here. Okay.
Oh, new content? What does that mean?
Oh, here's
New
416.
content?
Hi, 416. I mean, this game was really expensive, so I hope there's more content than the first one. Not that I played the first one either, but I did watch it, like 7 years ago, however long it was. When did the Stanley Parable come out?
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Why are you American?
As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video
7
game
years ago?
released in
2013? Oh,
on
that's
home
my answer.
computers. After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers.
This game is beautifully optimized, by the way.
Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over. Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
Can I go that way? I guess. Yeah, let's,
Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just
I
the
love this
beginning of
texture.
a mesmerizing adventure.
I love...
Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere or...
Sorry, I'm
Oh,
counting
there
the
we go.
pixels in
All
the
right,
floor.
Finally, at long last,
1,
it's on to the new
2,
content. I've never
3,
been more ready.
4,
Let's do it.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
I have to say,
You made me
initial
lose count.
impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley.
Jumps!
All right, let's see. It's the jump circle.
I don't like the gravity. Okay.
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right?
It's another lift. Let's go back to counting.
Goodness.
1,
Another elevator. Stanley,
2.
I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content? If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could count to 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh, wait. There's more. Very good. Yes. I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is.
Ooh. Blinds.
That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley?
This
This
was
is what
like
happens when greedy
double the
video
price of
game
the
developers
first game,
with
so
no respect
I
for
know
their
there is
fan
going
base
to be a
rush
hell of a lot
cheap
more.
expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar.
Oh, I
And
can
don't
actually
get me
fit in here. I
started
didn't
on the
process
level of
that.
craftsmanship that's
Yippee.
gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to flame these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable.
Kevin
It's
Brighton's
my
Twitter
fault,
is fucking
Stanley.
weird.
I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid.
No, you
It
didn't.
could never have lived up to such expectations.
You really
If
didn't.
you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always.
Can I go back to the jump circle,
What do you
please?
say, friend?
Don't talk to me like that. Okay. You broke it. You have broken it. What is this? You broke it. I want to go back there. Why is it... Where am I? You broke it.
Psst. Stanley, come over here. In the vent. I want to show you something.
Okay. Coffee nut. Understandable. Ow. My knees. They agonize.
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got
Oh my
me
god,
thinking
you've
about the
entered
past
sus.
and how much better
For
the
real.
Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret.
Skyrim?
Take a look.
Did you make
I call it the Memory Zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC.
Look at the poppies. Aww. Hey.
You see, Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap re-release? Remember back in October of 2013, when the game originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste.
Wonderful. Good times. The original remake. Okay. You have all of it. Why is it just $1? Smile because it happened. Stanley Parable alpha test. Unachievable. Go outside. I guess I can go outside. What is this?
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable.
Why?
Like the
Why is
stunning
it
triumph
wet?
of games journalism. 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable
I have,
was.
dear Esther.
It
I'm
was
considering
literally
playing
every
it.
game ever created. It was Skyrim. It was Persona 3. It was all of them. And now, it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an
Ow.
hour of new elevator content.
Okay. Yeah, perhaps his closest cousin would be Dear Esther. I have Dear Esther, but I have not yet played it or even looked into it. Minecraft! Sorry, the autism showing itself for a second. Oh, this downstairs. That's the maintenance zone. Okay. Something tells me that's a Chekhov's gun, so we'll be back there. Person of the year, is that Stanley? The coding of it in Unity. The French flag? Why is the French flag in the Stanley Parable? It's British, isn't it? Oh. Wait. That's the fucking doors. It's the doors. I'm dumb.
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. It just needed to be left alone, to spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories.
I swear, like, they should merch all of the mugs in the game. They should have their own mugs. I want to go in there. What are those boxes? Oh, Chekhov's gun.
These were simpler times, Stanley.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't give to go back, to have it all over again. Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before.
Yeah.
What's this? What's down here?
This is your bad
Oh,
reviews,
no.
buddy.
Oh, God, no. Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam, the online video game distributor.
Oh.
I haven't looked at these in years.
Yeah, no, these are definitely bad reviews
then.
then.
What's been collecting down here? Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they? Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny! I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
Up your ass? Sorry. I wasn't actually listening to what you were talking about. I just heard stick 'em and I was like, I know that one. That's a good review. It's fuzzy. But it's a good review. Oh, here's another one.
Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy.
You're kind of
am I?
preachy.
You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness.
Yeah, you're kind of
This is
preachy.
actually quite shocking for me. I always, well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with.
What the fuck does
You can't know
terse
how much
mean?
fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did. But maybe it wasn't. Oh dear. What an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks are my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure. Like I let these people down. Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered.
Boop.
What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button. A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment.
I love that.
Surely it couldn't hurt. Not if
Text
it
show.
means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley.
Okay.
Yes, a skip button we shall have. And here it is. Go ahead and
Alright.
give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time so that the second my incessant Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes and lengthy ruminations on the nature of choice in video games. Of course,
Okay,
I
so it
happen
has-
to believe it was perhaps one of my more... Well there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you?
So it
But
was
that's
10
the
minutes.
power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's right at your fingertips to go poof, and it's all over. Oh, I can't wait to see what Cookie 9 will say about this, and whether they'll edit the rating of their Steam review, or at least change some of the wording, perhaps. To be honest, I don't even know if one can change their review in the first
I want to
place.
see how long he
I
talks
guess
for,
they
because
should
I think
become
it's
better
trying to get me to
educated
press
on
the button
exactly
again,
how
but...
Steam works. Perhaps that would have been the smart thing to check on before I went about this whole exercise of making the skip button. Although I have to imagine that after seeing this exciting new technology at work, surely whoever it is runs Steam will instantly run out and implement a new feature to make it possible to edit one's review, merely because of this very situation. Yes, I think that's quite likely. Or perhaps they'll simply grant this particular user the ability to change their
Okay.
review, so that the feature is not widely abused. Look, I would even be okay with Steam altering this particular review so that it reads as something more beneficial. Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That
The door's
last one
gone.
was, well,
The
I
door
want to
is
say
gone.
maybe 30,
I
45
I
minutes?
cannot leave
It's
anymore.
not unendurable by any means, but it's, well, there's really a... Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours.
Yeah,
You've just been frozen there.
technically
I
it
don't
was
know why the
13,
skips are getting
because it was
longer,
2
but they're
o'clock last
really,
time,
truly
and now it's
getting
3
longer,
o'clock.
and my God, there's no way out of the room. Stanley, the door is gone. It's completely
Yes,
gone.
it disappeared last
I've
time.
looked at it from every angle. I've checked every one of those walls 1,000 times.
Yeah.
And there's no door, Stanley.
I'm
Oh,
going.
Stanley, you're back. You're
Time
back.
is it?
Oh my goodness.
It's
I
1
have someone
o'clock.
to talk to again. Stanley,
Hey, buddy.
I think it's been a week. Or 2 weeks. I've been sitting here all that time. Just sitting here. Not a single person to speak with. And you'd think that that's just how it's always been, right?
Buddy.
Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through.
Hey,
I've had
man.
so much time.
I
stopped
like
keeping track
pressing
after a year.
buttons,
Have you ever
and
sat
you have
down
given
in
me
one
a
place and
button.
not moved for one entire year? Let me describe it for you. To begin with, there is
Well,
only
you
regret.
can move. You
There is
don't have
only
to
the
stay
turning
here.
wheel of
You don't
missed
have to watch
opportunities.
over me
I
this
felt
whole
nothing
fucking time. Oh. I don't like that. Narrator. Buddy. What the hell is that? Is it a printer? That sounds like a printer. It's a printer. He's printing. I guess, clock's not working anymore. Alright, so you need to wake up. Your alarm's going off.
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, entertain us. It wasn't enough. They had to leave a pathetic little thumbs-down review and make all of their pitiful
I feel
demands.
like
But then,
this
he's
is a
talking
you
too much,
problem.
they said. First, he didn't entertain us, now he won't shut up. It's the inconsistency, it's the lack of accountability, it's the unwillingness to examine with an uncompromising heart the words that they are speaking into the world. As though there were no consequences for a lack of cohesion in one's assessment.
Narrator? Now the fire alarm has stopped beeping. Okay.
The end is never the end, 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 is never the end.
Fun fact, I had plans to get that tattooed as like a bracelet, so it never ends. A bit of a leak. Narrator, are you, yeah, that leak. I was expecting that to have happened. It's nighttime though, so I can't see outside. Got some plants. Is that plants? Or is that just stains? I don't know. I don't know! Oh, now it's daytime. I see outside. I feel like the narrator is like upset at me. Oh, pretty! So pretty, we have plants! Hell yeah. I love plants. Yippee! What? Are they like little berry things? They're 2D. I love that. Okay. Boop. Oh. All of my plants died. There seems to be creatures beyond my horrific expectations outside. So listen. I think it's a giant worm, if you ask me. Like in that one SpongeBob episode. That's a whale for sure. If you ask me, that's a whale. That's like 100% the sound that sentient whales would make. I think sentient whales have taken over the world. Is the button gonna come back? Or am I... Wow, we're like very sideways. How does that even happen? Whoa. Oh. It seems... I have girl-bossed a little bit too close to the sun, and the sentient whale people have in fact destroyed the world. How am I alive? Let's walk towards the sun. Is this one of those endings where I have to like... Nope. Okay, I was gonna say, do I have to reset myself? Or is it gonna do it for me? I'm scared.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Okay,
What could it
he's
mean?
not holding shit against
Stanley
me.
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I'm actually gonna go through the new content door again. New content.
Oh, good. You noticed my sign.
Yeah.
Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
I wanted to go that way. Alright, show me. What did you make? Well, I was gone, I guess. Oh, I fixed my ear hole. I pierced it with very big bar. Am I gonna go this way this time? Oh, I want to go this way so bad. Okay, in the lift. 1,
You see, Stanley,
2.
I've been
Okay.
reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra
Whoopsie.
deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever the Stanley Parable 2.
Oh. Okay. I'm always facing the wrong way.
Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for.
I don't know if the Stanley Parable fans were asking for anything before we were offered it.
Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been
Is that
developing
Isaac?
for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the
That's
game will
Isaac
sort
for
of
real,
naturally
right there.
spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really.
Coffee, what do you think of Isaac? This is the new canon interpretation of Isaac. I wait to see if they have a statement. They do not. Suffer about it, I guess. Who took the red marker? Me. This is Isaac, right here. That's him for real. That's what he looks like. In my head. 2. I have no clue. Oh. Yeah, okay. Ooh. Wow.
Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
Bucket! I want a bucky.
A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I'm happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true.
Give.
As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes, the bucket is the perfect solution.
I didn't know he
Come
swore.
on, give it a try. Can you feel it?
That was
The
such a
glow of
good
comfort,
laugh. Oh my
even in
god.
the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body. And in
Yeah.
fact, can I say
I have a
that
massive
do
smile
believe
on my
the bucket
face right
lends
now.
you an air of charisma as well?
Oh.
I think that just holding it has made you the slightest
Can't
bit
see.
more attractive as a person.
Oh.
The benefits of the bucket seem to go on and on, don't they? All this and more await you in the Stanley Parable 2.
I am so happy right now. I have a bucket.
Does anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game? That really should
Is
be
that
an award
Stanley?
if it isn't already. Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of
I keep knocking
decoration,
over my
like
shit.
balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with?
Stepniece. I'll go with Get Well Someday, I think.
You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Happy 12th birthday, stepniece, it is.
Oh.
Or actually, maybe I should have gone with... No, I've made my decision, we're moving on.
Free, new, and easy achievement. I love achievements. It knows what I want for real. I really like achievements.
Now,
Give.
here's something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yeah. Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the achievement is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers, we hear you, and I promise it will happen.
How do I... Oh. I want the achievement. I got the bucket. Why can't I get the achievement? It just works. It doesn't. You're lying to me.
What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
Collectibles? Is that one? Do we get free collectibles?
Ah, collectibles. Now it's a real
Gimme.
video game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting more of them. I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
Okay. I don't want to go back there, no. I don't
God, it really
like
is the
what that
worst when you
was.
collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely tragic.
Jump circle's back.
You know what, Stanley? I
Yippee.
actually think the jump circle was a pretty good idea. I'd like to hang on to that for the sequel.
I can jump. What else was it? So there's the infinite hole. I'll go there in a bit. The button that says the player's name. Merch? I saw the new content. The Stanley Parable DOS. The end is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end. Yippee! Let's go press the button that says the player's name.
For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want? And of course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button which speaks the name of the person playing the game. Isn't that wonderful?
Jim.
Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you role-play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature.
Okay.
Just play along. I promise you'll love it.
My name is Jim.
Here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim.
My name's Jim.
I want you to imagine yourself living as Jim, sleeping and waking as Jim, falling in love and being heartbroken as Jim, seizing all of the world's possibilities as Jim, and as Jim watching your dreams crumble into dust. Do you feel
Oh,
it
I don't
deeply?
really...
Are you
wanna-
really, truly Jim right now?
Yeah,
If so, then please step forward and press the button.
I'm Jim. I am Jim. My name is Jim.
Jim. Yes!
Yes.
You see? What a thrill! What a rush! That was you! The button described you. Do it
Yeah.
again. Do it again.
Yeah.
Jim. It hits even harder the second time. If this were the only new feature in the Stanley Parable 2, it would still be worth the money. Let's take
yeah.
a break from the Jim button. I'm too emotionally drained from all of this personal validation. Whoa there, cowboy. Sometimes a person can be too much Jim. I'm putting the Jim button away.
No.
Otherwise, soon you'll start to lose all sense of who you actually are.
I'm Jim. I'm sad. I'm no longer Jim. I liked being Jim.
I suppose I could allow only people named Jim to play the Stanley Parable 2. That would actually save me the work of finishing this feature.
Epilogue? That feels like an ending. Of course I'm taking screenshots in here. Wonderful. Infinite hole. I guess. Let's go in the hole. I like holes. Holes are like great and stuff. It's more couches. I like couches too. Very good nap.
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is in fact a hole that you can fall down forever.
Is it
That's right.
growling at me?
Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time if you like. A stunning leap
Oh
forward for
no, the
video
roof
games
is
immediate.
attaching. I mean, that's kind of cool. Whee! I don't know
You
if
see,
he
isn't it
expected me to
wonderful? One of my
to
more
do this.
ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward.
I don't want to press the teleport button.
Now, I don't mean to be a bummer, but I do recommend you use the teleport button to go back to the top. Maybe do it on the sooner rather than later spectrum of things.
Why would you want me to do it sooner? Is the hole not infinite?
Okay, Stanley, I don't know quite how to say this tactfully, but it's possible that I slightly exaggerated the infinite nature of the hole.
Am I gonna hit
Is
the
it
bottom?
a very, very deep hole? To be certain it is. It's an extremely deep hole. I don't want
I
anyone
like
to
the way
say
he
that
says
it isn't
hole.
an astonishingly deep hole. It is.
Hole.
Is it infinite? Well, that sort of depends on your definition of infinity. From
Oh.
one perspective,
I
the
found-
infinite is merely philosophical in nature. It's more of a... Okay, well,
There is
good
a
for
hole.
You. You found the
I'm
bottom
at
of
the bottom of
hole.
it.
You found me out, Stanley.
New mug.
I'm a liar and a cheat, and you're so clever.
Meeting at
Look,
2
I
p.m.
think the issue here is just that you're unusually fascinated by falling. What normal person actually wants to fall infinitely?
Every
I
pause
figured
button
the hole was as
from
deep
a
as
dual
anyone would
too.
actually need. Don't you put
Just
this
the
on me.
two of
Maybe
us.
you're the problem.
We can make it if we try. Just
Look,
the two of
things got a
us.
little heated there. I
Just
think
the
we
two
both said
of
some
us
things we
building
didn't mean.
castles in the
Why don't we
sky,
just put
just the
all this
two of
behind
us.
us and agree to just call the whole mostly infinite?
I
If that works for
think
you,
it's-
then go ahead and press the teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole and we can move on. I'll just be up here when you're ready.
I'll come up.
Great. Now, I'm very excited to show... Oh, for heaven... You see, I was right. The problem is you. The problem is that you like holes too much.
I mean,
Normal.
I'm a ladies
Normal
kind of
person would
man,
have said,
and
"Yep,
a
that's an
man's
infinite
kind of
hole
man.
right there. Goes
I
on
like
forever till the end of time. Don't need to see it all, but
holes.
not you. Oh, no, 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 no. You have a weird sort of... Oh. Did the hole seem even shorter to you this time?
Have I made the
couldn't
hole
help but feel like
smaller?
you spent a little less time in there than you did before. I mean, admittedly, I didn't make an infinite hole, but I didn't think it was that not infinite.
Narrator, do you
Well, I
smoke?
suppose once again there's nothing to do here. If
There
you
is a
decide
lot of
you've had
cigarette
enough of the
butts here.
hole, you can hit the teleport button and come join me up above. Had enough? I'm positive.
I haven't.
Gosh, how could I have guessed? You're back in the hole. If this starts to become a thing where...
It's shorter again.
Okay. Yes. I'm starting to become extremely certain that the hole is not only not infinite, but that it's growing steadily less and less infinite. I suspect that I'm starting to hit the point where it's no longer feasible to call the hole infinitely deep, even by the lax overall standards for accountability and marketing. What's going on here? Stanley, I have no explanation for the uncertain nature of the hole's length. Here, let's try something. Let's pop back up to the top, and we'll see if it gets any shorter.
Yeah. I want to
Well,
make
there
this
it
whole...
is. The shame of my lie has come to haunt me. Not only is the hole not... How is this still appealing to you? I know you're obsessed with holes, but at this depth, I just can't see this scratching the itch.
I want
Oh,
to sit in it.
Who am I to judge?
I'm like a
You
teenager.
just do whatever
you know,
it is you're
I'm
here
not
to
even-
do and hit the
I'm not
teleport
even a
button when you're ready to move on.
It's not working.
Is the
It's not
teleport
working.
button not working? You sure?
I
Well,
can get out of this hole. You
I
just
really
need to
don't
let
have an
me...
explanation. It was working just a
Clamber.
moment ago. Try it again.
You bitch.
Still nothing.
Asshole. Asshole. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you,
Suppose
fuck you.
there's one thing I can do to fix this.
No.
I'm out. Goodbye, Stanley. You couldn't bear to be away from the hole.
No.
And now you'll get more time with it than you could ever have asked for.
But-
It's a win for everyone. You get to be with the hole. I get to do literally anything else.
So you got pissed
Take
at
care,
me
Stanley.
for pressing
hope
the
you and
skip
the hole-
button and leaving you alone, and then you immediately leave me alone when I'm in a hole. I feel like the standards are not equal. Do I have to, you know... Because I can't... Okay. Guess we'll go to the epilogue another time.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a
I'm
memo.
not going to the meeting room. I'm going back. I'm hungry.
Oh, good. You noticed my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
Did I not do the right ending? Did it not remember that I went in the hole? Is it going to make me do this whole section again? Okay, maybe I fucked that up and maybe I was supposed to wait in the hole, but I didn't. It's this way. This is the
You see,
correct
Stanley,
direction to
I've been
face.
reflecting on the Stanley parable and about how roundly disappointing this
I know.
ultra-deluxe version has
I've heard
turned
you
out
talk
to
about
be.
this.
The original Stanley parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that
My
legacy.
package arrived,
so forget
guys.
this ultra-deluxe nonsense.
Is it my
I say
package
we
or is it a
take
different package
one
that-
step even further. Which is why I'm very
It's a
proud to
different
announce for the
package.
first time ever
Damn.
the Stanley Parable.
Why couldn't they have
2.
delivered both of them at once? I know, I'm sorry, narrator. I'm currently ignoring you to look at my... Damn it, it's still arriving tomorrow. Oh well.
Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions?
Oh, hey,
Think of all
sir.
the new territory we'll cover with a fully
I'm
fledged
playing the
sequel.
Stanley
An
Parable.
entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why there are so many
I've already done this
possibilities.
part.
It could go in
We're
so
trying to get
many
back so we
different
can do the
directions.
epilogue.
This
'Cause we
is what
went
fans
in the
have
hole.
truly been asking for.
Yeah,
Now, to be
yeah.
clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting
Narrator, Kevin
concepts,
Brighting.
that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all...
want
Here we
the
are. Go on.
epilogue.
Try out some of the new features.
Give me the epilogue. Log time.
An
Epilogue.
epilogue would be fun, wouldn't it, Stanley? Yes, yes, it would go at the end of the, well, we'll figure that out later.
Okay. Settings world champion. Is that a thing? Hold on, wait. Shift tab? Yeah, can I look at the achievements for the Stanley Parable via this? I cannot. Okay. Let's pull up the achievements because I feel like maybe that's a thing. And I can get in here. Let's open Steam. One moment. Library. The Stanley Parable. Where are you? Okay. Achievements. Beat the game. Test. Achievement description. Replace this. Welcome back. Quit the game and then start again. Play the Stanley Parable for the entire duration of a Tuesday. 8. Complete the Stanley Parable in under 4 minutes and 22 seconds, not including load times. Set all setting sliders in the menu to all of the available numbers. Super go outside. Don't play the Stanley Parable for 10 years. So every available number? I'm doing this. It just says the sliders. So we're gonna...
This is the story of a man.
Jump scare. Should we have the music on? I turned it off originally. We'll have it back on. Is there any other sliders? It just says the sliders, right? Maybe I'm wrong. I'll look that up another time. But I want to go in here. And you get the achievement. And you get to go in there with the achievement. I want the achievement. I like that. That's a good feature that you can just like... I cannot see. This is like this. Whoa. Okay. Let's turn that back down to 2 and the audio back down to like 50 everything. I need to bring my Chatterino back up. T-Mobile hates Twitch. Yeah. Most things hate Twitch. Okay, I'll figure that out another time. Maybe I can Google it if I get stuck and I don't know what to do for any other ending. I guess we'll go through the exit.
Calling it the Stanley Parable.
Oh, I don't like what that looks like. One moment. Oh! I pressed the wrong button. That's horrifically embarrassing. Because I was like, I don't like the way that looks. So we'll set it back to like 75, shall we? I'm sorry.
Just a step through this door, Stanley thought to himself.
Oh, it's
That's
different.
all I need. If I can make it through this door, I can make it through them all.
Okay. Yeah, that's how you're meant to be a...
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
I didn't mean to restart. I meant to go through the exit. I'm also still looking for the input buttons, but they don't seem to be anywhere. Right.
Oh, good.
Doing this again until we can exit.
I have something very exciting to show you.
We wait. I'm kind of hungry. I started at 2, but it's like 4 o'clock now. Meemump, meemump, meemump. I wonder if my TikTok ever posted.
You see, Stanley,
If it did,
I've been
no one
reflecting
saw
on the
it.
Stanley parable and about
Oh
how
no, 9
wildly
people saw it.
disappointing This ultra deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley parable was a landmark.
Oh, the music is very important, it feels.
Live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever the Stanley Parable 2.
Yeah, I think it's less cool the 3rd time it happens.
Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience.
I don't care. I've had this too many times now.
It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for. Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be.
I literally,
Take
if
a look
this,
at some of the features I've been
if I fucked them
developing
multiple
for it.
times,
I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting
and
concepts,
going through the
surely
exit of the
game will
expo
sort of
hall
naturally spring up
it just
around
does nothing.
It'll all work itself out.
I'm gonna be
Game
so
development is much
so
more
bothered.
easier. Go on, try out some of the new features.
That's new.
Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think?
Sure.
Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean?
It's
The
Ultra
Stanley
Deluxe.
Parable 2. Now that's an artistic statement, right? All right. Have you seen everything you wanted?
I did.
Ready to move on
Actually,
now?
can I get the bucket? I'm gonna go get the bucket. Bucket. I'll be right back. I need the bucket. Sorry. One moment. I kind of... It is my emotional support bucket. You called it that, and I'll take that, you know. Bucket time. Yippee.
A common complaint of
Wahoo.
the Stanley Parable
Oh, I have
was
to
that it
wait
was
through this
confusing and
again.
paradoxical, that it engendered
I'll
a
wait.
chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it.
Oh, wait. Well, thinking
I'm
about...
happy to say that after much consideration,
What do I want
I've engineered
for
a clever
my
solution
dinner?
to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley
What do I even
Parable
have?
Reassurance bucket. You
Go
see,
for
Stanley,
sausages?
anytime you're holding
I
the
think
bucket,
maybe a
a
sausage
sense of
sandwich.
calm and ease will fill your mind.
Burger? I had burgers yesterday.
As long as you hold on to the bucket,
It was
the
pretty
many
good.
disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance
Gimme.
while the bucket is in your arms.
Yeah.
And to be honest,
I'm longing
it's a
for
much
jarring
more
cognitive
convenient solution for
dissonance.
that actually
Is that how you spell-
redesigning
yeah.
the game to be less uncomfortable.
Give
No matter
me-
what pain in the ass,
Give me the bucket, narrator.
the
Give it.
bucket is
Give
the
it.
perfect
Give it to me. Give it. Come on. Give it.
try.
Yippee. Right, let me go.
Feel it? The glow of comfort, even in the
I've
face
done-
of crushing despair.
Yes, I've done this
must already
before.
be sweeping
I did
through
this
your
like 20 minutes ago.
Can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma
Yeah.
as well?
Tell
I
me
think
you're
that
in
just
love with
holding
me.
it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person.
Confess your love to me.
Go on and on, don't they?
I'm just
All
so hot.
and more await you
I'm
in
just...
the
I said that
Stanley
way too close to the
Parable.
mic. Right. Meow. Right, exit.
Does anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game?
They should.
It really should be an award if it isn't already.
Right, I have him. My bucket. dear Lord. A bucket. There's more. I said that out of order. What even is that? Literally, what is that? I have no clue. I know there's like mugs in it. Okay, let's go. Stanley! Whoa.
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features?
I
Yes,
think
know
they're
it's
cool.
not
I like the
exactly
bucket,
clear yet
and I
how
like the
exactly
whole.
these features will come together as one
So-
single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features
1 second. You aren't loud enough.
This together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience. Okay, are you ready?
I'm
Here
ready.
it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2.
Yippee! Ooh. Can I get those collectibles?
Well, I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay,
Can I go
never
down
mind.
there?
Hold on, let me do a different arrangement.
Yeah.
Okay, yes, this is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go. Version 2.
Well, now, how...
Who am I kidding, Stanley? This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything. I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course. With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game. Would it possibly work? I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, "This is the Stanley Parable 2. Let me see if I can whip something up.
I love the
All right,
noise that the
perfect.
settings makes.
Go ahead. Take a look.
Oh. Ooh. I think I've seen a game that's like this. Why is it so wiggly? It definitely feels like a horror game when you...
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big
Okay.
building where he was employee number 427.
Yeah.
Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And
Wonderful.
although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in.
Where are the
He
light
was
switches?
being made exactly for this job.
This is
And
bothering me.
Stanley was happy.
There are no light switches.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Okay. I'm still making keyboard clack noise whenever I click.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he
Okay.
had simply missed a memo.
Bucket.
Stanley picked up the bucket.
Okay. Yeah.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Mm-hmm.
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find answers. Oh, Stanley, can you feel it? The broom closet. It wants the bucket. You can feel that, can't you? The aura of jealousy? It's as clear as day. This broom closet believes it deserves the bucket.
It doesn't.
I can really feel it now.
It's mine.
It's a bucket. It belongs in a broom closet.
No.
That's what the broom closet is trying to say here.
No, it's mine.
Supposed to go with the other cleaning
There's a bucket
supplies.
already in here.
Good for you, Stanley. Don't give in. Don't hand over the bucket. I know how hard it must be, given the pressure that the broom closet is putting on your shoulders right now, but you have to be strong. This is your bucket.
It
This
is.
is your companion and lifelong friend. You
Yeah.
can't hand it over.
But yeah.
Oh, no. We're getting into name-calling now, it seems. Is this how low the broom closet has sunk?
I think
that it
the
has to
narrator
resort
is
to this
hearing
stream of
things.
petty insults simply in order to get you to hand over the bucket?
It's mine.
Stanley, I never liked this broom closet for a variety of reasons, but even this is worse than I had imagined. And wait, now the broom closet has the gall to imply that you and the bucket are not truly deep and lasting friends? That your relationship is purely superficial and convenient? That your life is so banal and meaningless
What?
that you'd feel the same sort of kinship towards any inanimate object which happened to lay in your path in an even partially enticing manner? Well, I never. Go on, Stanley. Lay into it.
Oh,
Really tell
it'd beat
the
the
broom
shit out of
closet
you.
off for its demeaning
Yeah.
comments. Expand on the wide variety of experiences you and the bucket have shared together. Go through each of them point by point. Share your journal entries detailing the rich emotional landscape of your feelings for the bucket as they have changed and evolved over the years. Let him have it.
Yeah, fuck him.
Okay, I've got you something which I think will help settle this debate once and for all. Here we go.
I'm beating shit.
There. Now it's settled. No more debate, no more discussion. Take a hike, broom closet. With all
Yeah,
your meandering
with your
philosophical
single
diatribes
broom.
about the nature of cleaning supplies and their relationship to broom closets in the natural order of things.
I'm
All right,
distracted.
I've got a
Oh.
second sticker back here, and I'm going to slap it on as well because I think it's appropriate.
I was
You see, I feel that it works because the sticker
I
is
was
also a
distracted.
bucket. That way, if you're ever unsure whether the thing you're holding is a bucket or not, you can look down at this sticker and say to yourself,
It's a
it's a
bucket."
bucket.
Yeah.
There really is a wide variety of applications for this sticker. You
I
know
can't
what?
open many
I could
doors
take
in the
the
game.
name calling and the dismissal of your kinship with the bucket, but now the broom closet is just giving us a silent
I think you
treatment.
just
And to
took
be
your
honest,
meds.
I'm sick of the pettiness on display. You can stay here all you like, but I've had it with this impetulant room of cleaning supplies. Easily the most childish such room I've ever been in. I'll see you outside, and we can get on with the story about you and your bucket.
Okay. Going up to the boss's
Coming to
room.
a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Mm-hmm. Is there anything in here?
You
Collectible.
found one of them. One of the miniature Stanley figurines. Remember,
Yippee!
no reward for collecting all of
I don't
these.
care.
Only the intrinsic pleasure of a job well done.
That's the
You
reward.
can't buy that sort of happiness, Stanley. God knows
Yeah.
I've tried. So, I implore you to savor each and every moment you come across one of these beautiful figurines.
I am. Okay.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire, if not for the sooth. But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes.
No, it's the
this
voices,
is certainly the
TM.
most logical explanation.
It's okay. I love... Oh, another one!
Another miniature Stanley figurine. This, you know, there really must be a snappier name for these things. What about mini-stands? Stanley figs? Or what about Stanlerines?
I like
Yes, I think
Stanlerines.
I like that. Another Stanlerine under your belt.
Down we go. With my bucket. Bucket, bucket. Bucket, bucket. I could store so many things in a bucket. If I just carried one... Well, that's the point of a backpack, isn't it?
The elevator raced downward, plummeting towards an unknown fate. It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket. Soothing him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right. The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine.
I was fucking around with a lighter while the
Stanley
elevator
and the
was
bucket
going.
walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility.
Yeah! It's fine, I still have my bucket.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves.
Meow. Yeep.
The monitors jumped to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock. Everyone in the office was being videotaped, monitored like guinea pigs. The bucket had never seen anything like this, and it very nearly burst into tears as Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring it that everything would be fine.
Mm-hmm.
Was the bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well? Had the bucket been told to do things it didn't wish to do? What kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place?
That's a very good question.
These questions raced furiously in Stanley's feeble mind.
I don't have a feeble mind.
No! He screamed into the bucket. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control, never! He squeezed the bucket tighter. His one friend in the entire world. At this point, he could trust no one except for the bucket.
Mm-hmm.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content.
Oh, I
Walking,
never redid
eating,
this
working,
ending with
all of it
pressing the
monitored and
correct
commanded
button.
from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over...
I never pressed the off button before. I don't know what happened.
Stanley and the bucket waited in blackness. Was it over? Yes, they had done it.
Oh.
Stanley and the bucket had defeated their greatest and darkest enemy, freed themselves from the tyrannical grip of the evil mind control machine. Freedom was now mere moments away. Excitedly, the two of them began to discuss the kind of life they wanted to live once they stepped through this massive door. The bucket wanted to learn to roller skate. Stanley wanted to sneeze in every country on Earth. Both of them wanted to begin watching a movie, any movie, but then stop it halfway through and begin watching it in reverse from the end. True, it
That
was a
sounds
simple life they
interesting.
envisioned, but it was one they'd lived together, with one another to lean on, to trust, to support, and to... What? Wait. What was happening? Why had the door stopped? Was Stanley and the bucket not about to be freed? An unbearable silence filled the room, lingering in uncertainty, until finally the truth hit Stanley square in the face. This building did not want the bucket to leave.
What?
Even the
Throw
facility
it
itself
through.
recognized the incredible calming presence of the bucket, needed the soothing warmth of the bucket.
No.
Go to any lengths not to part with the bucket. No, no, no. Stanley can't leave this place. Not while he has such a precious bucket in his arms. Not while this building has anything to say about it. Stanley realized he would never again leave this very room. But at least he has the bucket. To be trapped eternally in darkness isn't really so bad, Stanley thought to himself. As long as I have my bucket with me, right? I'll be okay, won't I? Stanley
But I
thought.
can't see the
Very soon now,
bucket.
he was about to find out.
The bucket's... Oh. I think that's where I'm going to stop for today. Oh! The menu is different. Yeah, I've been streaming for like about 2.5 hours. So we're gonna hit him with a me remembering my shit. No? Is it 6? It is 6. Oh my god, look, the little animation's still existing. Amazing. I did, and I do, and I thrive, and every such other thing. This will be uploaded to my YouTube and whatnot, and I will hopefully be back streaming at least semi-regularly. Hopefully. Alright. Good evening. I'm gonna go make some sandwiches, I guess, for dinner. Wahoo!